What up, what up, what up? This is Mike, the philosopher, here with another one. This one is the Ready to Love rankings, okay? Look, it's been a crazy week, all right? Real crazy week out there. You had a the retreat. The retreat was very telling. And let me say this. These are going to be the last rankings I do until after the second reunion, because I don't see it really changing much after this. Okay. There's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. I'm also going to have a conversation with Key 2, a guest speaker. So watch out for that video. That's going to be following this video. Okay. All that being said, this is going to be the last one until after the reunion. Without further ado, let's go in. At number 6, still Janelle. But let me say this. I have to give Janelle some credit. Let's start with some good news this time with Janelle. And the good news is she's not a fake Christian. Okay. The question came up, is the man the leader of the house? Janelle said, the man is the leader of the house. We are helpmeets. Okay. When they were playing that game and they asked the ladies and it came to Janelle, she said, we are helpmeets. Now she got some she got some smoke from the ladies for saying that. I found that very interesting. The ladies didn't want to be helpmeets. The ladies didn't want to carry no weight with the men, but they sure didn't help. They sure didn't mind the men paying all the bills. They were amen that. It's like, anyway. Me and Kitu is going to talk about that in another video, so I'll leave that one alone. But at least she's not a fake Christian with it. At least she's not being fake, or, what you see is what you get, good, bad, or indifferent. Some good, a lot of bad, and not much indifference, to be honest. She's very polarizing. You either like Janelle or you don't. You either it's one or the other. Not much middle ground when it comes to her. All right. So Janelle, she's one thing I found real kind of puzzling though is I'm starting to see some of her things coming out. And what I mean by some of her things, I mean some of her insecurities, some of her abandonment issues, if you will. Because I swear, every time Quentin is out of her sight, she go look for her man and she go make it well known. Quentin, what you doing over there? Don't have the beautiful cat come by and just have a conversation on barbecue or whatever, and here come Janelle, like she got him on lock. I mean, Quentin is moving like he's moving like a pet, to be honest. And I know he's the youngest guy there. Even though he's the biggest guy there, he's the youngest guy there. And it's kind of like, do I give this guy some grace because he's so young? I don't know. But anyway, one thing is Janelle did warn everybody that she was indeed had abandonment issues because she was adopted, right? So, but now it's really starting to show itself, and she's really really just, showing it with when it comes to Quentin, because she can't let that brother out of her sight. I mean, especially now since Herbert is gone, she ain't got nobody to, balance it off with. She was all comfortable when she had all these connections, but now that it's only down to Quentin, she just, she got the vice grip on him now. She like her fangs are sunk into his skin now. You ain't going nowhere. Okay, shouldn't already bit him with the poison. Okay, he over there convulsing now because he paralyzed by the Janelle the Janelle lust. I don't know what it is, but Janelle is still at number 6. But I did have to give her some props for sort of, letting the ladies know that we are helpmeets. Now, for anybody who believe in the Bible, you should be right along with Janelle. How many of y'all believe in the Bible? How many of y'all believe in God and are religious? Well, then you shouldn't have no problem being a helpmate to men. What I don't like is the whole hypocrisy thing. And, you pick and choose what you want to go by. No, if you're gonna be religious and you're gonna, do that, then follow the book the way it says, And I just, I just have a problem with hypocrisy. I've said this on other videos. Me and hypocrisy, we don't get along at all. I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like double standards. I don't like none of that stuff. So when I see people doing it, I call it out. But I can't call it out on Janelle because she stood her ground. She stood 10 toes down, and that lets me know she does have some integrity. She ain't nice, okay, but she has integrity. Okay, so there you go. Janelle at number 6. At number 5 is Jessica. Yep, her road dog, Jessica. Now, of course, Janelle is my crazy ex, but Jessica is I labeled my future ex-wife. And it's kind of hard for me because a part of me likes Jessica. And I'm not sure why that is, to be honest. Part of me likes this woman, but a part of me feels like she just don't get it. Like I want to kind of snap her out of it. Like, how there's some women will say there's a guy who they may like a guy, right? But only if he could act right. We could make this work. But he ain't acting right. I feel that way about Jessica. She just ain't even acting right. I wish we could work it out, but we can't because her mind has been corrupted. It really, she's been hanging around the wrong people. Okay, a lot of people who don't know how to do relationships. Janelle is her road dog. Okay, that's a horrible role model. I don't even say role model because they, at this point, they're teaching each other. And Jessica is, it was very telling when she didn't stand up for Morier. When Morier came and brung her some soap and some stuff, and I could tell that he wanted to spend more time with her for the night, but she was like, I'm sleepy, I'm getting ready for bed, almost kind of shooing him away. I strongly believe if that was Chris, she would have got her butt up and she probably would have hugged him or something like that. Part of me feels like she's not attracted to Morier. Okay, I could be wrong, but a part of me feels like Morier ain't doing it for her. That's not the guy that she was targeted in on. She was targeted in on Chris. But Morier give her the energy. He give her the mental energy. When they on the phone, it's all good. She can have a good phone conversation and talk direct and this, that, and the third. But when they see each other live, I think she just look at Morier like, you ain't it. Because I don't see her putting. Now she blame it on, her not having a whole lot of PDA or whatever. But I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think about that. I'd be interested to know. I just think now. Let me say this. This is kind of a spoiler. Okay, so if you don't want to hear no spoilers, skip over this part. Here's what I suspect. I suspect that Ciara goes home. Okay. I suspect that Jessica is left. I suspect that Phil is going to be, I suspect that there's going to be an elimination of the guys. Phil is safe. He's locked in with Aries. Quentin is safe. He's locked in with Janelle. That leaves two guys, Morier and Chris. And I think Jessica is going to be the decision maker on the next guy to go home. So she's going to be power, I don't want to say driven, but she's going to be sitting on a throne. Okay? Because she's going to be this decision maker between Morier and Chris going home. I think that she's really going to be in her head and full of herself because she know she has all the power this week. Okay? What's going to happen, I suspect, I don't know, but my intuition tells me with her being so power hungry or whatever, she's gonna go on one date only. It ain't gonna be the two, or you're still ready to love, or no. It's only gonna be one date. The dude going home. Okay? And she's gonna be so power driven that she's gonna let Chris have it. Why? The real reason is because she's gonna feel like Chris broke her heart, embarrassed her on TV, but she's gonna disguise it in, you are weak-minded, you are you're not in intent in anything, you haven't fulfilled your part of this, you haven't been calling me, or this, that, and the third. And last week, this week, she said, Chris said something about she was what did he say? He said that she was aggressive, or I'll put it this way. When Morier was doing the elimination, Morier said to Jessica that you may be a little too aggressive or something of that nature. Okay? And even though it came out of Morier's mouth, Jessica feel like Chris said that. Because she know that Morier wouldn't say that. So, I think when she goes on this elimination date with Chris, she's going to bring up, how dare you say I'm too aggressive? She's probably going to say it aggressively too. So, and she probably is not going to appreciate Chris judging her. Okay. So she's going to go in on Chris on this elimination date. Chris is not going to appreciate this. Chris don't like confrontation. Chris don't like to be, have a woman talking down to him. Okay. Having anybody talk down to him. Okay. But, if he's not interested, he's just not interested. You just don't do it for him. And you got to live with that. But Jessica, she's in a power position now. So she's going to let Chris have it. And I think Chris is going to blow up. This is what the previews is. When you seeing Chris say, F you, whoever you love, and I don't, he's going to start going off. I hate to kind of spoil that for y'all, but that's what I suspect is going to happen. Jessica, and listen, I want women to learn from this, okay? You catch more bees with honey than with vinegar. I know that she might feel like she was talked down to by Chris or disrespected. Chris is just like, look, in so many words, I'm not interested. You don't have the you're not on the same frequency as me. You don't have the demeanor, the softness. You don't have the femininity I'm looking for in a woman, in a lifelong partner. You ain't got it. You too masculine minded. I think that's what he's thinking. I don't know if he's going to say that, but I think that's what he's thinking. You too masculine. A lot of women don't realize when they're being masculine. A lot of women don't realize when they just lack femininity. If a man wanted to be with a man, he'd just be with a man. Okay? He wants a woman. Just like a woman wants a masculine man. What woman wants a man looking in the mirror, okay, expecting you to pay the bill, okay, expecting you to open car doors for him, slide chairs open for him? What kind of man is, no woman wants a man like that. You don't want to feel like the man in a relationship. You want to, you like a man so you can go into your femininity. And the thing with men, we're the same way. We don't want another man. Okay? We want feminine energy. All right? We want feminine energy. We want a female who will allow us to be in our masculine energy. Okay? That is what gets us. That's what turns us on. I said this before. Feminine women will get the pick of the best men on this planet. Period. I don't care where they are. The most feminine women will get the best men. Period. And that's just how it is. So Jessica needs to, I said she needs to take some debutante classes or something and work on her femininity and decision making and things like that, because I think when she gets upset, she becomes confrontational. That's why when there was in that improv, she was, oh no, it's not my fault, it's all your fault. You should have listened to me and this, that, and the third. Total turn off. What my pet peeve is, I can't stand hypocrisy. I can't stand double standards. I can't stand when people cannot see outside of themselves. You have zero perspective other than your own. that is a huge turnoff. Okay? All you can see is the world through your own eyes. Step out of yourself and try to see the world that way. It ain't just about you and what's going on in your world. You have to be able to see things from other people's point of view. Janelle suck at that, and Jessica suck at that. They only see the world through their own first person eyes. And that's why Chris was like, my deal breaker is a woman who can't, conflict resolve and things like that, and can't, and I was right there with him. When they were at the Improv, I agreed 1,000% with them. That's my deal breaker too. Get outside of yourself. See the world in another way. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I love everybody, especially women. But I see a lot of women thinking like this. It's just their first world opinion, and then it's what I see, and that's all I'm capable of seeing. It's things my own way. Instead of, oh, you know what? I see how you see that. What she should have said at the Improv was like, I don't know if she was trying to be funny, but she should have just said, oh, no, it was probably my fault. I did have the radio up loud, but, you do take, sometimes you take your own turns, so she could have said something to lighten it up a little bit, but Jessica is so hard. And look, she is a master of, and I know I'm spending a lot of time on her, but she is a master of sign language. At this meeting, I think she's going to have shame. She's going to guilt Chris. She's going to have insults. And I think she's going to have a strong need to be right in a lot of stuff. She's going to have a lot of sign language on this elimination date. What happens? I don't know. I don't know if Chris goes home. I suspect he will, but that's only because Jessica has all the power. She has all the power this week. So, and that will be that. Not sure why it will be then it'll be 3 men and 6 women. Not sure what's going on with that, but that's just how they set it up. But anyway, I spent enough time on Jessica. She at number 5. At number 4 is just my baby mama. Okay. Sierra. She not cool no more. Okay. A lot came out with Sierra in this last episode. I have to say that I am money with this stuff. I am money. I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit. And the reason why is because I said I suspected that she was bi. And sure enough, she came out in this episode, and the question was you ever with a woman? And she was like, oh yeah, and it was great. And but I can't bring it to my mama because I can't have no kids that way, and I can't sue for child support. Now, even though she was joking, she was serious. And I said episodes ago, if y'all been watching me, I said I suspected she was bi. Okay, money on that. Okay, give me my props. Hit the like button for that one. Okay, and I said she ain't serious about no marriage. That's why Herbert had to emphasize that she want the baby. She want the baby, and she will take it, sue you for child support, and that'll be that. And she will go take that baby, and she will live with her girlfriend with your child. That's what's going to happen with Ciara. Okay, get ready to have your child in a lesbian marriage. Okay, because that's what's going to happen. That's just what's going to happen. She's going to take that baby back to her girlfriend, and you will have to pay for it. Okay, look. This is what I can't stand. I really can't stand women who weaponize the system. That gets more than under my skin. I can't stand women who weaponize the system. This is why a lot of men are done with this system. It is a weapon used to extort money out of men when you don't even really have plans on sticking around. You just want to get a baby, reincarnate yourself, and have another person pay for it. If you're very selfish, you don't care what kind of relationship they have with their father. Okay? You don't realize how much you're damaging the kid by doing that, because it's all about you. All you care about is having a kid, and I'm going to let that fool over there pay for it. And we may or may not see him. You may even demonize the father so that the kid don't even want to see him. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it. I can't stand women who weaponize the system. I ain't saying I don't blame them, because look, it's a side hustle for women. Having kids is a side hustle for women. That's why a lot of women don't want to get married, because then, where's the child support going? I need the check. Give me the check. That's all I care about. I'll raise the kids myself. To the point now, and this is just a real thing, I'm just being real, there are women who are secretly bi or les that do this to get kids so they can raise with no intention on staying with that dude. They just want the kid, and they want that man to pay child support. Ciara lost a lot of points with me. I always knew that was her thing, but I was trying, she was being cool, and in all honesty, they weren't even really showing her that much. And she was funny, she was cool, and I did have her as high as number 2 at one point. But that's only because, I had limited information. She gave me a whole lot of confirmation this episode. She gave me a whole lot of confirmation because of the other stuff. I initially had her pegged, but I seen how cool she was. She still may be a cool baby mama. She may be a cool baby mama. You probably ain't gonna have no problems with Ciara. I don't take her as a very confrontational chick, but that I can't stand trap queens. I just can't. I can't. And I'm gonna tell you, whoever give this chick a baby, you just got caught in the Venus flytrap, bruh. All right. I will say it's a miracle she don't have one now, but now I'm starting to suspect she don't have a kid now because she been with women. Okay. She don't have a kid now because she been with too many women. So she wasn't producing a kid, and her parents were probably getting on her about that. Like, don't bring that to our house, okay? We want grandkids. You need to refocus and work on that. And that's the mission that Ciara is on now. She was probably messing with a whole bunch of chicks, and it wasn't producing no kids. So she was like, okay, I do gotta, procreate and make my mama happy, and And plus I want a replica of myself. Oh, marriage? Well, I got money. I can take care of the kid. I don't. She has to say, of course, she want marriage, but we all know she don't. So she just confirmed all of the stuff I said prior. I knew she was bi. I knew she was a trap queen. I knew that she didn't really want marriage. I knew all of that stuff. If you don't believe me, go check the tape, for real. All right. And she confirmed it all for me. I did call her my cool baby mama, and she may still be cool, but I'm dropping the cool right now and just saying baby mama, because I can't stand trap queens, okay, that utilize the system. And that's what she's going to do. And trust me, if she gets pregnant, she will not hesitate to file for child support. Don't matter who you are. Okay. And you may or may not have a good relationship with her or the child, because the way she's going to be living, that's why I said in the episodes, she don't take me as a woman who can be in male energy for a long time. She take me as a woman's woman. Okay, she takes me as a woman who needs to be in feminine energy. I said, I don't know the episode I said this in, but I said this episodes ago. Okay, and I was spot on. She really, like I said, she really just confirmed all of that I was thinking about her. And another thing is, she talking about I'm a queen, I'm a boss, I'm this, I'm that. Y'all need to be chasing me. Y'all need to be doing this. Y'all don't know what y'all got. For real? What makes you any better than any of the other women that's on the show? You tell me. What is it, your career? They got good careers themselves. So, your money? You riding around in the Uber, like Christopher tell it. Okay? I'm sure they got just as much money as you. Your looks? You ain't the best looking chick on the show. Your personality? You cool, you funny. You ain't romantic. I need some romance. What makes you better than all these other chicks? Here's what I don't like. First of all, there are 4 men and there are 6 women, okay? It's a new era, ladies. It's a new era, okay? It's not an era of chase me, chase me, chase me. That era is gone. With social media and dating apps and all this stuff, men pride, men going their own way, passport bros, y'all losing men by the thousands to millions, okay? It's 6 women on this show and 4 men. Chase for what? I'm just saying. You expect these men to chase for what? It's more y'all than it is them, and that's how it is in the real world. Like I said, it is a microcosm of what's going on in the dating world. And Sierra still got her nose up talking about y'all need to chase me. I ain't seeing no effort. I ain't seeing no. And what kind of effort are you giving? What kind of effort are you giving? Your op, she making a plate, okay? And she may even give him dessert. That's what your op is doing. What you doing? All right. Get out of this. You need to chase me. You need to chase me stuff. You need to show some intent too. It's way too it's competitive now. It's more competitive for women now than it ever has been. and you need to move accordingly, for real. You know, I'm not saying it's not competitive for men. It's competitive for men too. Men are competing with each other. Women need to be competing with each other. This ain't no chase me. You ain't no better looking than none of the other women on here. Some could say Sierra is at the bottom when it comes to looks. I mean, I think Janelle has a beautiful face. You know, Sierra body ain't it ain't all that cracked up. You know what is cracked up to be. She probably her body is like right up under. Yeah, I would say her body is probably right up above Janelle's. I know some might say Aries, but Aries is very curvy. And it looks good. It looks good. So I would prefer Aries bodies over Sierra's. I mean, I'm fine with thick, long as it's curvy. She's a beautiful curvy. So, yeah, I can rock that. But I just did not like how Sierra was moving. She confirmed some things for me. She is the trap queen. I thought she was. Actually, that should be her. That should be her new name instead of Cool Baby Mama. The trap queen, Sierra. Okay, that's what I should give her. Because that's really what she is, and she needs to be honest with these guys and let them know that she is bi. You know, don't play, because that hasn't come out. You are bi. You've been with women. It was beautiful. It was glorious. The only problem is you was playing, you was having fun, but you can't have no kids that way. Be honest. Let these guys know you bi. Anyway, my trap queen at number 4. Okay. At number 3, moved up the ranks, is Aries. Okay, I seen an interview with Aries with Crystal, you know, and I was very impressed with Aries' EQ. I really was. Aries, what would I call her? I would call her my you know what? I would probably even regift a name of Cool Baby Mama to Aries. Cause when I seen her interview, she seems to be a cool baby mama, you know? So actually, yeah, Sierra is the trap queen. Okay, and Aries is the cool baby mama. All right. Cause I seen her interview, and she's co-parenting with her son's father very well. You know, she put aside some of her feelings for her kids. She made sure that the kids still have a good relationship with the father. Very high EQ. Very high. I mean, the highest on the show, without a doubt. And she has soft energy, feminine energy. I get it, man. I get it, Phil. I get it, man. You know, look. Normally, it's not a preference, you know, for a woman who has kids, but Aries is now the oldest woman on the show. Okay. So kind of gotta expect her to have kids at her age. You kind of gotta expect her to want more kids at her age. Okay, there were a lot of things that were working against her, and that's why I had her pretty low in the beginning. But after listening to her interview and understanding a couple things and listening to how much of a high EQ she has, man, I'm gonna tell you, I totally get it, Phil. I mean, she is a good woman. She's a good woman. I think you could have a long marriage with Aries, and yes, she would be the third woman that I would marry off this show. That is wifey material, boys and all. Okay, so there's still hope for baby mamas out there, but you gotta move like Aries. Okay, you have to move like Aries, and I know a lot of y'all are not there. No disrespect, but I know a lot of women are not there. I would advise y'all to go see that interview with her and Crystal so you know exactly what I'm talking about. She talks about putting her feelings aside. She talks about, making sure that she has a good relationship with the kid's father. She talks about stepping out of herself and looking and not looking at the world from a first person. And what I was talking about earlier with Jessica and Janelle, all they see is the world from their point of view. Aries has graduated with a PhD out of that situation. She has the ability to look outside of herself and see the world from other people's perspective. And it's a beautiful thing. It's helping her boys have a more healthy environment, have a good relationship with their father. They actually want to see their mother be with somebody else. Okay? This is how mentally healthy her boys are. It's because she did the work to make her surroundings, make her environment the best she could possibly make it. I mean, just from my perspective, I'm sure, ain't nobody perfect, but I see the work that Aries has done, and I have to applaud it. Okay, so again, it's not over for baby mamas. Okay, with kids, y'all can get there, but you got to move like Aries. Okay, now how many of y'all can do that? And if you don't know what I'm saying, go look at that interview with Crystal, and it'll make sense. Okay. Beautiful chick, like I said, Janet Jackson face. Okay, very curvy, thick. That is delicious. Okay, okay. I'm cool with thick as long as it's real curvy in the right places. And Aries is curvy in the right places for real. And yeah, very, very desirable woman. Not just physically in the face, curvy in the body, but mentally. And that is enough to say, you know what? I see that red flag, skip it. Because she's offering some stuff that a lot of women ain't offering. Like Jessica. Jessica is a beautiful woman. Jessica has a nice frame, nice body. She ain't got the mentality. And she is ranked lower than Aries. And she ain't even got kids. Still ranked lower than Aries. I will walk down the aisle with Aries before I will with Jessica. That's saying something. Now, some might say, oh, yeah, Mike, well, that's just your taste. Everybody got their own taste. I'm telling you stuff that's on men's minds. Okay? A lot of men can't say it, don't know how to say it, don't know how to express it or whatever. But they feel what I feel for the most part. I know everybody got their own taste, but let me tell you, a lot of brothers would agree with me. I'm homed in on the male mind, okay? I'm very masculine. So I need a very feminine woman. That's how it works. I'm super masculine, so I need a super feminine woman. Now, if I was halfway masculine, I could probably deal with a Jessica. Or if I was a feminine guy, that's actually her match. She don't know it. She needs a feminine, or she needs a feminine guy. She needs a soft guy so she can run all over him. Let me give you an example. Marjorie and Steve Harvey. Okay, Steve Harvey is a feminine man, in my opinion. Okay, Marjorie is masculine minded. She running all over Steve. Let me give you another one. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett. Okay, Jada is really masculine minded. Will, everybody loves him. Now, I'm not saying that he no punk. He ain't no punk when it come to other men. Steve probably ain't no punk either when it come to other men. They'll do their man stuff, but mentally they can be controlled because they got masculine, manipulative women. Okay. Jessica needs a soft-minded man, but the problem is she thought that was Chris. Chris ain't. She confused soft with weak, or yeah, she confused. So Chris ain't weak. He ain't soft. Chris is just. He's masculine. He's a masculine guy. That's why he need a feminine woman. But he's mild-mannered. He's a masculine, mild-mannered guy. And she confused that for soft or weak guy. No. He's masculine. So she read him wrong. I would even argue that Morier is a little more softer, even though he said he likes straight talk and him and Jessica can have straight talk and all this other stuff. He can be controlled by Jessica. He can be controlled. Jessica can run over Morier if she wanted to. He's infatuated with her. He's physically attracted to her. So he gonna give her the conversation that she wants. But, anyway, back to Aries, my cool baby mama, the new title. She's a beautiful woman, man. I get it, Phil. I get it. She is. And she shows, she's a good example for baby mamas and how they should move. But she's at number 3, Aries. At number 2 is Lee. I thought about Lee, and here's the thing. Lee, part of me still feels like she's too conservative. I think she's a great woman, but I'm not going to get rid of my first instincts that I had on Lee, which is I think she's probably a little too conservative, maybe in the bedroom, maybe even with affection, period. I would have to see it to believe it. So, Lee, if you're watching, if you want to prove me wrong, okay, just hit me up, okay? But I'm kidding, of course. But what I'm saying is, I just think that Lee is, I'm not kidding, but I just think that Lee is too conservative, okay? It's gonna take a patient man that is going to have to be willing to deal with her conservative nature in the bedroom. All that deliciously chocolatiness, I'll be like, look, What you want me to do? Okay, I'm only a human being. Now, come on now. We're gonna have to mix it up a little bit. You ain't got to be all conservative. What you saving it for? Like, I don't know. I'm getting upset already. But anyway, my initial thoughts on Lee is that she's too conservative. I think she's a dope woman. That is the only problem I see with Lee, is that she's too conservative in the bedroom. And I don't have any other issues with Lee. You know, now, say for instance, me and Lee got together, right? And she rocked my world in the bedroom. I wouldn't have a leg to stand on after that. You number one. Okay. So, you know, Lee, if you want to be number one, just hit. Anyway, what I'm saying is, she's a good woman, and she could easily, and I gave her a new title too, and it was my ex-fiance. But right now, her title is my current fiance. Okay. I think she's going to make a guy very happy as long as she keep the bedroom skills intact. She's going to have to do that. Okay. You're going to have to make sure your man is happy, Lee. If you do that, you'll have a brother who will have no reason to go anywhere and to do anything. His only role would be to try to make you happy. I'm a little curious as to why Lee is single. You know what I mean? I suspect it's because of the conservative nature that I talked about. I think that's why she's single, because she's a great woman. Some of these women, I don't understand why they're single. Especially the top two. I really don't understand why Lee and Kat, who's at number one, are single. Why? There's something going on. What that is, I don't know. I don't know in detail. I don't know y'all lives. I don't know. I'm just going off of what I know. I can only talk about what I see on the show. That's it. And from what I see, I suspect, I don't know for a fact, I suspect that Lee has some bedroom issues that either she know about or she don't know about, because guys ain't telling her. But it seemed like she has a bit of insecurities that she got to deal with and work on. And so that's Lee, my current fiance. We're gonna get married. Okay. She got to show me what she's working with first, though. Show me what you're working with first, Lee. But you are my fiance as of right now. All right, and number one is my future wifey, who I don't think I'll have any problems with, is Kat. Kat ain't no punk. Okay, she went toe to toe with Janelle, and she said she tired of it, and I don't blame her. Look, Kat is trying to find her way around in this process, but she's going up against some women who have solidified connections in a way that gives her no room to try and connect with any of these guys, because in order for her to get a guy, she's going to have to steal a guy. Okay? Either she's going to have to steal, I don't know if she got a connection with Chris, but she would have to steal Maurier, she would have to steal Phil, or she would have to steal Quentin. She got to steal a man. And they probably figure, okay, let's make her a wild card, because she might pull it off. She might have a chance in stealing one of these guys. Well, it's not working. It's not working, and she don't really have no genuine connection, at least far as I can see, to any of these guys. But none of the guys dislike her. They like her around. I don't recall her ever being in the bottom. So she's kind of skating along because the guys like her, but I mean, I've seen them guys put up some of their connections before they put Kat in the bottom. Like Morier, he got 2 women he's connected to in the bottom. So Kat is doing something right, but it's an uphill battle. And how can you be cool with Lee or cool with Aries and still feel? You're not gonna do that if you're Kat. Kat is in a situation where she's gonna she's gonna get more out of this RTL experience meeting her girlfriends than she is the men. Okay. Her lifelong connections are going to be the females. I think the same thing about Lee. They're going to take away more female friendships than male friendships. They all came in it looking for a guy. They're all leaving with girlfriends. Okay. And I would probably say it's probably the same way with the guys too. They're gonna, some of them are gonna leave with their women, but I think they're gonna have a bit of a brotherhood also, and that happens in every season. But if anybody were to pull off a steal, it would be Kat, but I guess she didn't have enough to really steal one of these guys away. And it was funny when she said Quentin is in the sunken place. I was like, oh my good, you have no idea, my sister. Yes, he is in the sunken place. All right, because I told you I think Quentin is an actor. I do. I think he's an actor. He's gonna get his SAG card. He's going to be in movies, commercials, whatever. I don't know what his hustle is, but it ain't serious. It ain't serious about this process. And he's the youngest guy, but I'm still not buying it. I'm still not buying it with him and Janelle. Janelle is like 42, 43, 44, something like that. Janelle's about 42. Quentin is about 30 something, 34, 36, something like that. Unless Janelle reminds Quentin of his mama, I don't understand what he see in this woman. I really don't. But that's that. Shout out to everybody, but Kat, she didn't put up with the BS from Janelle. She stood up for herself. She was getting so mad she was starting to shake. And your boy Morier, he's always there to comfort the ladies when they get upset. That's how I know he's gonna make a good husband. Okay, he did that with Tequila when she was upset that she was on the bottom, and then when he seen that Kat was upset in the kitchen, he was the first one there. Okay, trying to comfort her. That's how you know that dude is gonna make a great husband. Okay, because he's there to diffuse and comfort the women when he sees them getting upset. Shout out to Morier, okay, because I see him doing that more than any other guy. All right. So there you have it. I'm not gonna do the men. I mean, I kind of suspect what's going to happen. I think Jessica is going to, send Chris home. It's going to be Morier. I think it's a fake connection between her and Morier. I think that, then it'll be Quentin. I think that's a fake connection between him and Janelle. And Aries and Phil. And I think that's a legitimate connection. But you still have those three probably left. We'll see what happens if they say yes or no at the, finale. And, that's that. I think probably if there's going to be another woman to leave, I hate to do these spoilers out there for y'all, but if there is another lady, the next ladies to leave, I think it's going to be Jessica and Kat, and probably even Lee. So, I think those ladies going to be left holding the bag because ain't gonna be nobody matched up with them, and you're going to have Janelle, Jessica with a fake connection, Janelle with a fake connection, and Aries with a real connection. Those are going to be the three left standing, I think. And who's buying it? I don't know. But I don't know. Hopefully I didn't spoil it for y'all. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm saying that's what I think is going to happen. I think the rest of the season is kind of predictable, to be honest. Let me know what y'all think about that. Again, I'm not going to do the men. This is going to be the last ranking I do until after the reunion. Find out more information, find out more personality, and then I'll do one of all 20 people and go from there. And that'll be it. Let me know what y'all think. I would really appreciate it. Really appreciate you getting to this point of the video too. Shout out to you. Much love to you from Mike the Philosopher. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.